everybody. Hey, welcome back to All About That Disney Life. I am Danny B, the girl who is all about that Disney life. We now move on to Pocahontas, which came out in 1995. So let's get to know this cast. Irene Bedard was the talking voice for Pocahontas, while Judy Kahn was the singing voice for Pocahontas. Mel Gibson was John Smith. David Ogden Stiers was Governor Ratcliffe and Wiggins. John Cassier was Miko. Russell Means was Chief Powhatan, and Jim Cummings provided his singing voice. Christian Bale was Thomas. Bill Conley was Ben. Joe Baker was Lon. Linda Hunt was Grandmother Willow. Danny Mann was Percy. Frank Welter was Flit. Michelle St. John was Nakoma. James Apumat was Kokowam. Gordon Tuziz was Kikata, and Jim Cummings provided his singing voice as well. Now we move on to the facts all about a Romeo and Juliet story. Number 1, the development. Earlier during Thanksgiving weekend in 1990, Mike Gabriel had wanted to direct an animated musical set in the American West. At a relative's Thanksgiving dinner, while looking through numerous titles in their bookcase, he got an idea of adapting the life of Pocahontas after finding a book about her. He had written the title Walt Disney's Pocahontas on an image of Tiger Lily from Peter Pan, to the back of which he taped a brief pitch that read, an Indian princess who was torn between her father's wishes to destroy the English settlers and her wishes to help them, a girl caught between her father and her people and her love for the enemy. Coincidentally, feature animation president Peter Schneider had been developing an animated version of Romeo and Juliet and saw similarities between his idea and Gabriel's Pocahontas pitch. Gabriel's pitch was quickly accepted, becoming the quickest story turnaround in Disney studio history. Number 2, a trip. In June of 1992, the filmmakers went on a research trip to the Jamestown settlement, where Pentecost first met Shirley Little Dove Costello McCowan and Debbie White Dove Costello, both descendants of the Powhatan Native Americans. The trip also included a visit to the Pamunkey Indian Reservation and conducted interviews with historians at Old Dominion University. Additional Native American consultants were brought in to authenticate the clothing and war dance choreography. Number 3, the box office. The timing for the release was timed with Pocahontas' 400th birthday. Pocahontas had a limited release in North America on June 16, 1995, playing in only 6 selected theaters in Chicago, Boston, Atlanta, Detroit, St. Louis, and Los Angeles. The movie made $2.7 million during its first weekend, standing at the 8th place in the box office rating. The wide release followed on June 23, 1995, in 2,596 screens. By January 1996, the movie made $141.5 million in the United States, being the 4th highest grossing film in North America of 1995, behind Apollo 13, Toy Story, and Batman Forever. Overseas, the movie was projected to make $225 million through foreign box office grosses, eventually amounted to $204.5 million. Altogether, this movie made $346.1 million worldwide. Number 4, the awards. At the Academy Awards, this movie won for Best Original Musical or Comedy Score, and Colors of the Wind won Best Original Song. At the Annie Awards, this movie won for Best Animated Feature, it won for Best Individual Achievement in Animation, it won for Best Achievement in Music, and it won Best Achievement in Production Design. At the Artios Award, this movie won for Outstanding Achievement in Animated Voice-Over Casting. At the ASCAP Film and Television Awards, this movie won Top Box Office Films, and Colors of the Wind won the Most Performed Songs from Motion Pictures. At the BMI Film and TV Awards, this movie won a Film Music Award. At the Environmental Media Awards, this movie won for Best Feature Film. At the Golden Globe Awards, Colors of the Wind won for Best Original Song for a Motion Picture. At the Golden Reel Awards, this movie won for Best Sound Editing for Music for Animation. It also won a Golden Screen Award. And at the Grammys, Colors of the Wind won for Best Song written specifically for a motion picture or for television. Number 5, where can we find these characters at the parks? We'll sit back and relax. We got a list. We'll start off with Pocahontas. At Disneyland, Pocahontas has an incredibly notable role in the World of Color Nighttime Spectacular at Disney California Adventure during the nature-focused Colors of the Earth segment. At Walt Disney World, Pocahontas is most prominently featured in the Disney's Hollywood Studios incarnation of Fantasmic, where she and John Smith worked together to end the war between the natives and the settlers. In Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, Pocahontas serves as the guest guide in Frontierland and Liberty Square. She explains that it happened again, that her dreams foretold people coming and destroying their land. Ratcliffe is freed from prison by Hades and makes a deal to gain control over Frontierland in exchange for the Crystal of the Magic Kingdom. Ratcliffe agrees, but soon enough he begins to panic as the crystal is nowhere in sight. But being that Pocahontas knows the land, he kidnaps Meeko in an attempt and holds him hostage to force her into helping him find it. Fortunately, the guests defeat him with magic, making him fall off his ship. Pocahontas also has her own spell card known as Pocahontas's Colors of the Wind. In Disney's Animal Kingdom, Pocahontas had her own show entitled Pocahontas and Her Forest Friends, which ran from 1998 to 2008. In it, she and Grandmother Willow taught park guests about the forest life and how to protect them with assistance from a new young tree character named Spring and multiple live animals. In Tokyo Disneyland, Pocahontas is a meetable character in Critter Country. She was formerly meetable in American Waterfront at Tokyo Disney Sea. On the Disney Cruise Line, Pocahontas and John Smith appeared in the Disney Cruise Line stage show The Golden Mickeys. She's also known to come out for meet and greets on the ship and a magic maker in the show Believe. Next character is John Smith. John Smith is a very elusive character in the American parks. Still, he can sometimes be found for the meet and greets at Disneyland Paris around Cowboy Cookout Barbecue. John Smith plays a major role in Disney's Hollywood Studios version of Fantasmic. Next character is Ratcliffe. At Walt Disney World, Ratcliffe plays a notable part in Disney's Hollywood Studios version of Fantasmic. Ratcliffe and his men claim the mountains as King James Land and battles the natives, whom he still believes are savages. In 2013, Ratcliffe joined other Disney villains in the Unleash the Villains event at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Next character is Meeko. At Disneyland, in the original World of Color, Meeko appears in the Colors of the Wind segment. At Walt Disney World, Meeko appears in Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. In Frontierland and Liberty Square, Meeko and Pocahontas assist Merlin and the park guests in defeating Governor Ratcliffe, who has been released from prison by Hades, to form a plan to take over Frontierland and acquire the Crystal of the Magic Kingdom. Meeko made a small appearance in Drawn to Animation at Disney's Hollywood Studios along with Flit and rejected character Red Feather. In Fantasmic, Meeko can be seen riding the steamboat during the finale. Meeko is one of the Disney characters that is featured at Disney's Animal Kingdom. He can sometimes be found with Pocahontas at the Discovery Island character landing. Next character is Flit. In the Hong Kong Disneyland version of It's a Small World, Flit can be seen in the America section in the North America area along with Meeko and Pocahontas. A gold figure of Flit can also be seen on the Castle of Magical Dreams on the spire representing Pocahontas. Last character is Grandmother Willow. Grandmother Willow appears at Disney's Animal Kingdom in the Song of the Rainforest binaural sound show at the conservation station located at Rafiki's Planet Watch, and in the former Pocahontas and Her Forest Friends show at Camp Minnie Mickey. She also makes a small cameo in the Florida version of Fantasmic and has a segment in the Disney Dream Cruise show Believe, where she sings Listen with Your Heart to a practical father so that he can believe in magic. And there you have it, all the facts about Pocahontas. If you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you have a zippity-doo-dah day. Goodbye.